I'm going to show how to capture the data log and remove the data log off the USB drive and view it. Okay, first thing we need to do, we need to put our gender changer on the USB data logger. We've got our cable coming from the ECU. This is the cable you normally plug into your laptop. We'll plug this into the serial port on the end of it. Now we're ready to go. Got our flip drive plugged into the end. You can see the light closest to the flip drive is flashing right now. You need to make sure that dip switch number 3 is turned on, and this will enable auto logging. This LED closest here is telling us that the 115200 baud rate is set. And now we're ready to go. I'm going to power it down. I'm going to power it back up. And I'm going to turn the ECU on. And you'll see our light will be flashing closest to the flip drive. I'm going to turn it on. Now the light is on solid. Okay, I'm going to turn the ECU back off. And you'll see the data loggers flashing. Now it's just created one file and closed it. Now when I turn the ECU back on, it's going to make a whole nother file. So I'll turn it back on. It's recording to the flip drive. I'll turn it back off. And there we go. Now I think this flip drive already had a file or two on it. So there's probably 4 files on it now. Okay. Another key thing is the logger has to have 12 volts to it constantly when you're on the vehicle. So if it's motorcycle, you can put a flip toggle switch on it. When you're ready to data log, flip the power on, and as soon as you turn the ECU on, and start logging. Now that power needs to stay on after the ECU is powered down. So if you come back and you turn the key off to the ECU and it loses power, this needs to still have power. So make sure that you don't wire the data logger into the same 12 volt source that powers the ECU, because if the logger shuts off the same time the ECU shuts off, you'll lose the file. The logger has to close the file up, zip the file up, and complete it after the serial signal stops from the ECU. So the easiest way I found to do it is everybody just puts it on a toggle switch that has a constant power going to it. This thing draws virtually no power at all. You could probably leave it on all day long and it would never run your battery down. So just make sure that it's on a switch. As soon as you flip it on, as soon as you turn the ECU on, it'll start logging to your flip drive. So now we're ready to view the files. We'll pull the flip drive out. We'll plug it into our computer here. A little extension cable here. Plug it in. Okay. Let me close down this serial terminal. Okay. Now I'm going to go to Tuner Studio. Okay, and I've got my project. This is the project for this ECU. I'm going to go up here to data logging, and I'm going to click the drop down menu. I'm going to select import conversion, convert binary file, and now it pulls up that folder, but I'll show you where that's at. That flip drive is going to be on your computer, and it's going to be whatever drive that you've got that plugged into. Mine is called pen drive. I'm going to click on that, and there'll be a folder inside that inside your flip drive, and it'll be Megalog. You'll click on that, and I've got 4 files in there. These last 2 are the ones that I just made. So I'm going to click on this one right here. I'm going to click open, and it just converted it, and it saved that data log to this project's data log folder. I'm going to close this down. I'm going to open up Megalogviewer. Click File. Click Open. Okay, I'm going to find that project. That was version 8. I'm going to go to Data Logs folder. Should be this second one here. Whoops. Click Open, and there's my log file. And that's all there is to retrieving the data log off of the flip drive and viewing it in your Megalogviewer.